Welcome back to Gear Up Bike, the home for every motorcycle lover who lives for that throttle twist. Today we've got something really exciting to talk about. It's not just another adventure bike, it's a revival of a legend at the all-new 2026 Kawasaki KLE500. Yeah, that's right, Kawasaki has brought back the KLE nameplate, and this time, it's meaner, smarter, and more capable than ever before. If you've been waiting for a middleweight adventure tourer that bridges the gap between the Versys and the big-capacity off-roaders, then you'll want to stick around for this one. When you first lay eyes on the 2026 KLE500, the styling immediately grabs attention. Kawasaki has gone for a clean, modern adventure look that still pays homage to the classic KLE silhouette from the early 2000s. The front profile has a sharp, aggressive stance with a new LED headlamp setup that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. The projector-style main beam is flanked by slim daytime running lights that give it that fierce look even when the bike's just idling. The tall windscreen, fully adjustable, blends perfectly with the angular body panels. It's not just about looks, though Kawasaki has really worked on aerodynamics here. You'll notice subtle cuts and vents that help manage airflow at high speeds, keeping the ride stable on highways and reducing wind buffeting for the rider. Move to the side profile and you can tell this is a proper adventure machine. The proportions are spot on: a tall stance, wide handlebars, and that signature Kawasaki fuel tank sculpted beautifully with black and green dual-tone graphics. The 2026 KLE500 rides on 19-inch front and 17-inch rear spoked wheels wrapped in dual-purpose tires, striking the right balance between on-road grip and off-road capability. The seat height sits around 830 mm, which is approachable for most riders but still gives that commanding view of the road. The split-seat design looks sporty and practical, with generous cushioning for both rider and pillion. The side view also shows off the reinforced subframe, ready for luggage mounts, panniers, or a top box, perfect for touring setups. The blacked-out exhaust with a brushed metal heat shield adds a tough finish, and the engine casing in matte gray completes the rugged aesthetic. Walk around to the rear and the KLE500 continues to impress. The tail section is clean and minimalistic, featuring a sharp LED tail light and sleek turn indicators. The rear grab handles are integrated neatly into the frame, maintaining that adventure bike silhouette without adding bulk. The rear fender is compact but functional, preventing mud splash while keeping the design streamlined. The attention to detail is top tier. Everything feels well put together, from the tiny chain guard to the neatly tucked license plate mount. It's a design that looks ready for business, whether you're hitting mountain trails or cruising down the expressway. Now let's get to the heart of this machine, the engine. Under that sculpted tank sits a newly tuned 500cc parallel twin engine, liquid-cooled and fuel-injected, producing around 50 horsepower and 45 Nm of torque. Kawasaki has re-engineered this power unit for 2026 to deliver smoother torque delivery at low and mid-range RPMs, which is perfect for both city commuting and long-distance touring. The power band feels linear and predictable, giving you confidence on every throttle twist. It's paired with a 6-speed gearbox and slipper clutch for seamless gear shifts and reduced engine braking during aggressive downshifts. What really stands out is how refined this engine feels. It's quiet when you need it to be, but growls just enough when you open it up. Kawasaki has fitted a new exhaust system that not only meets Euro 6 emission norms but also enhances the exhaust note, giving it that deep, throaty sound adventure riders love. The engine cooling system has also been optimized, with dual radiators working more efficiently even in heavy traffic or under high load on off-road climbs. In terms of performance, the 2026 KLE500 is an absolute joy to ride. The suspension setup is spot on for a dual-purpose machine. You get 41 mm adjustable front forks with 180 mm of travel and a rear monoshock with preload adjustment. Whether it's rough terrain, gravel paths, or twisty mountain roads, the bike maintains incredible composure. The chassis balance is excellent, and that's something Kawasaki really focused on this time. It feels planted at high speeds but light and flickable when maneuvering through tighter trails or city streets. Braking performance is equally impressive. Dual front disc brakes with ABS and a single rear disc that provide solid, predictable stopping power. Kawasaki's ABS system is now switchable, which means you can turn it off for the rear wheel when going off-road. Add in traction control and 2 riding modes, road and adventure, and you've got a setup that's both versatile and forgiving. The digital cockpit is another highlight. The KLE500 features a new full-color TFT display with Bluetooth connectivity, allowing riders to pair their smartphones for navigation, call alerts, and ride data tracking through Kawasaki's Radiology app. The screen is bright, easy to read even in direct sunlight, and neatly integrated into the cockpit with simple, intuitive controls on the handlebar. You also get a USB-C charging port right next to it, which is a small but practical touch for touring riders. The ergonomics of this bike are where it truly shines. The seat-to-handlebar 2-foot peg triangle is designed for long hours in the saddle. You can comfortably stand on the pegs during off-road riding without feeling awkward, and the tank recesses provide a natural grip for your knees. The windscreen effectively deflects air, reducing fatigue on long rides, and the mirrors offer excellent visibility. The clutch pull is light, the throttle response is smooth, and overall, the bike feels incredibly balanced. On the highway, the KLE500 cruises comfortably at around 120 km/h with minimal vibration. The engine feels relaxed, and the bike remains stable even when loaded with luggage. Off-road, the suspension soaks up bumps with ease, and traction control ensures you don't lose grip on slippery surfaces. It's not an extreme off-roader like the KLE500, but for adventure touring with the occasional dirt trail, it's absolutely perfect. Fuel economy is another win here. With the new fuel injection system and efficient tuning, the KLE500 returns an impressive average of around 28 km/L, depending on riding style and terrain. Combined with a 20-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a touring range of over 400 km, which is fantastic for long-distance riders who don't want to stop too often. Now, let's talk about pricing. The 2026 Kawasaki KLE500 is expected to be positioned very competitively in the middleweight adventure segment. Globally, the estimated price sits around $7,500 to $8,000, and in Asian markets, that roughly translates to somewhere between 18 and 20 lakh Pakistani rupees depending on import duties and variants. There will likely be two trims: a standard model and a higher adventure pack that comes with factory-fitted panniers, crash guards, and handguards. For what it offers: a performance, comfort, reliability, and Kawasaki build quality, it's honestly a great value proposition. So, to wrap things up, the 2026 Kawasaki KLE500 feels like a bike that perfectly understands what modern riders want. It's compact enough for everyday use, yet powerful enough to take you across countries. It's stylish, versatile, and practical, a machine that can handle daily commutes, weekend rides, and long-distance adventures without breaking a sweat. Kawasaki has nailed the balance between road performance and off-road capability, giving us a truly well-rounded midweight adventure bike that fills a much-needed spot in their lineup. If you're someone who dreams of exploring beyond the highways, wants a reliable partner that can take on any terrain, and loves that distinctive Kawasaki DNA, the KLE500 might just be your next great companion. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2026 Kawasaki KLE500. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Gear Up Bike, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest reviews and motorcycle updates. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Say, would you choose the new KLE500 over its rivals like the Honda CB500X or the Suzuki V-Strom 650? Let's hear what you think. Until next time, keep your engines roaring and your spirits high. This is Gear Up Bike, signing off. Ride safe, everyone.